Bro, that is fucking horrendous when that happened. Was recording this video on some third party app, halfway through, just then, shuts off. Been doing this for like 8 minutes now. Gonna be working out, haven't worked out in a while. I've just got my little gym set up in the shed finally. We moved out, ended up getting a little gym set up in the shed. I'd give you a little tour, but I already did that. In this video, we're gonna be working out, boxing, letting our thoughts flood our mind. Letting our thoughts flood our mind while talking a little bit early about UFC 299, because it's honestly a fight card I'm very excited for. And I thought, why not work out? First time in, I probably haven't done like any type of boxing workout, anything for the last 3 months. So I thought it'd be good, get out of the fucking house, get out of that office, come out here, talk to you guys while working out a little bit. Now, before you guys comment, this guy's fucking awful at boxing, I'd sleep him in a second. Listen, you probably would. I'm not going to lie to you, probably would. But I don't have access to gyms and shit. My work schedule doesn't allow me to go to any gyms. So for the last 4 years, I've just been hitting the bag, watching Shane Fight Tips. Shout out if you know who he is, Shane from Fight Tips. Just been training boxing on my own as a way for fitness and as a way just to learn how to defend myself at least a little bit. A bit of history. Had a backyard fight. Trained a lot for that shit. I took that shit serious. If you ever want to see it, comment down below and I might do a video reacting to it. And that's always been the goal, to do that again. So, I mean, if this channel blows up one day, gets big, I might be able to host an event with a bit of funding behind it, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to fight for free now that we're all older. But yeah, I had one like little amateur fight. Not amateur, but like backyard fight. And it was good, it was good. It was got me a lot of practice in. I was sparring like me friend who's like he was like 40 kg heavier than me at the time or something wild like that, 30 kg heavier. I got in there and I won. I won't say how, I'll leave that to the video, but I did get the dub. And one day I want to make a whole video going over that, about like how I did make my little fucking own boxing organisation. It wasn't just me, of course. But yeah, I did do that. And it was good fun. And I'd like to bring it back one day. Now, talking a bit about UFC 299, we got some good fights. I'm not going to break down them all, I'll leave that to the quick picks. And as I said earlier when I was recording, I get puffed real fucking easy. Haven't been unfit as fuck, to be honest. So it's good to get back out here, get the sweat going, get the blood flowing, and talk to you guys a little bit about UFC 299. So, going over the card, we got some good matchups. Kevin Holland versus MVP, JDM versus Gilbert Burns, Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley, Curtis Blaydes versus Jailton Almedia, RDM versus, can never remember his fucking name. Actually think it's starting to rain here. I can never remember his name. You guys know who RDM's fighting. He's a guy for Armin Sarukian. We got Song Yadong, Petr. The card's stacked. I really like this card. And I did make a video a while ago saying 299 embarrasses UFC 300, which isn't really the case anymore. But to me, I'm more excited for 299 than 300. I'm excited for both of them. It's not that I'm not excited for UFC 300, but me being a fan of Kevin Holland and the other matchups, I just think there's more enticing matchups on that card that I'm excited for. Going a bit over it, Curtis Blaydes, Jailton Almedia. I gotta lean Jailton Almedia, just because Curtis Blaydes is good, but I do feel as if he's a little bit overrated. Because while he's good, we've seen him get exploited a lot lately. And I personally think, it's hard to say, but I personally think if that fight with Tom Aspinall went longer, Tom Aspinall would have got the dub. Jailton Almeida, I know he didn't look good against Derek Lewis, but he did get the win nonetheless. So there's not much you can really say. Like, sure, it was a boring performance. It was a shit performance. But I think he beats Curtis Blaydes. I think he's got the stand-up to compete. And I actually do think Jailton Almeida's got the better grappling. I'm going to say it. So I got I got Jailton Almeida in that one. Probably by decision. I don't really see him finishing Curtis Blaydes, but I do see it being a wild fight. I see Almeida edging a decision, I reckon. I'll break it down more later in the coming week. But I'm dying here. We got Chito Vera as well. We got Yadong versus Petr. Now I do have Yadong, just because I think Petr, he ain't been looking the same. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. I don't think that he's getting old. I don't think he's been through too many wars. Because he's a pretty clean fighter. It's rare that he gets into wars, so I don't know what it is, but with the momentum on Yadong's side, the momentum on the decline for Petr, I'm going to go Yadong. Even to beat Yadong right now, I think we'd need a primed up Petr. Like, I think we need the Petr that fought Aljo the first time, because I really rate Yadong. He's young, fresh, up and coming. I think he can get Petr, honestly, I do. And I know Yadong lost against Corey Sandhagen and Petr won against Corey Sandhagen. But Song didn't look bad in that fight, and I think that would have been a big learning experience for him. So I'm going to go Yadong to get that win. Probably by decision. I mean, it will only be a 3-rounder, so I'm going to go by decision. JDM versus Gilbert Burns as well. That's another fight we can talk about. Now, I do think JDM's one of the best boxers in the UFC. People are talking about Max Holloway, best boxer. Conor McGregor, best boxer. Bobby Green, best boxer. Who else they saying? I remember Jamal Hill had a list and he had some good names on there. But I think JDM's got to be in that conversation now. Like, the way he did Holland, and I do rate Holland, as much as people want to say, no, he doesn't try in his fights. He was trying that fight, I do believe that, but he was just behind and he was trying to do what he could to win, but he just didn't really have any answers, and that's coming from a big Kevin Holland fan. Now, Gilbert Burns, I don't know if I said I have JDM, if I did say that, because I don't know who I have in this fight. Because on the other side, you got Gilbert Burns. I mean, in my opinion, gave Hamzat his hardest test yet. Great grappling. Can't really count his Bilal Muhammad fight. I still don't know how that happened, by the way. If it was his arm, it's a good excuse. I don't think that's the Gilbert Burns we'll get against JDM. I think we'll get an explosive, looking to grapple, looking to strike Gilbert Burns. And I don't know who to go in that one. I'm going to have to do a bit more research into that fight and try and figure that out, because to me that's a 50-50 fight. I don't know which way to go with that fight. Like, I could just see JDM on the feet, piecing Gilbert Burns up and hurting him, I could see JDM finishing Gilbert Burns, but I could see Gilbert Burns making this a tough fight for JDM, just like he did with Hamzat, you know, mixing up the grappling, mixing up the striking, being powerful to sort of make JDM hesitant with his striking. I'd see him making this a really hard fight for JDM. Now, moving up, Kevin Holland versus MVP. Now, I find this fight really funny and interesting because they're very alike in a lot of ways. Like, they fight are very similar, sort of similar personalities, a very similar frame. So you got two kickboxing, sort of karate styles, kung fu styles, I should say, going up against each other. Now, MVP does have better leg kicks, but I do think Holland has more power in the hands. I actually don't know who has a reach advantage here, but I'm going to assume it's Holland. Get another fight I need to do more research in, but I'm leaning Holland, not just because he's one of my favourite fighters, but because I could see him cracking MVP in an exchange. You know, you can see MVP sort of hittable sometimes, especially when he's stationary. It's not very often he's stationary, but when he is, I just see Kevin Holland stepping through with that right hand, especially if he doesn't treat this fight like a joke. If he doesn't treat this fight like a joke, I think he can win it. But if he does, MVP's just going to light up his legs. I do see that happening. But slight lean at the moment to Holland. I know I'm jumping a lot of fights here, but we'll go to the main event. We'll talk. I'm skipping freaking Dustin Poirier versus Saint Denis. I can't skip that fight. Now, I'm leaning Saint Denis. Though this is another fight where I'm not sure which way it's going to go. That's the best thing about this card, is there's so many fights where it's like, what way is this fight going to go? It could go this way, it could go this way. I am going to say Saint Denis hedge at the moment, but I could definitely change my mind. Just because of Saint Denis' kicks and how he mixes it up, and I could see him mix up grappling as well. Dustin Poirier ain't terrible on the ground, but it could be enough for Saint Denis to mix it up enough to get a win. And if Saint Denis does win, I do see him getting a late finish, like 3rd round KO or something after having a grueling fight. I could see Dustin Poirier just outboxing him and being cleaned to a decision though, while Saint Denis is a little bit more chaotic. I don't know which way it's going to go, but it's going to be a good fight, that's for sure. And then jumping to the main event. So, you got Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley. Now, big fan of Chito Vera, I am. Big fan of Chito. But I do head Sean O'Malley at the moment, but I'm slowly trying to change my own mind. Because I do want Chito to win, so I'm looking for things that'll tell me Chito will win. But at the moment, Chito Vera doesn't do good against long-ranged opponents. We saw that against Corey Sandhagen. And Sean O'Malley has leveled up. He has leveled up. We're going to need to see a very aggressive Chito Vera in this fight to win. Like how he gets off in the later rounds usually, but he needs to do that earlier. He can't wait as much, and I know that's been something he's been working on his game. But he said that, and then he just fights the exact same. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but if I'm going to watch some interviews, if Chito Vera's saying some shit like, you know, I have waited too long in fights, I'm just going to go for it this fight, that alone could make me change my pick. I'm just saying that alone, because Chito Vera does have power. If he can catch Sean O'Malley in a 5-rounder, I think he could win it. But Sean O'Malley's going to be lighting him up in the meantime, and that's my worry. Like, if Chito Vera does wait, then he's going to be fucked. He's going to get lit up to the feet, lit up to the body, lit up to the head. Sean O'Malley has like good jabs, like that's the fight on the outside jab. Go in with straight crosses, you know, leg kicks from a distance, like that. Not like that, much better than that, but you know what I mean. Chito Vera's going to be looking to explode. He's going to need to make openings and not be scared to go for them. That's what I do see. That's what I do see for Chito. But I'm leaning Sean O'Malley at the moment, but it definitely could change. So look out for that quick picks. And that's it. I'm going to break down the card more. Going to be doing how to bet both ways on most of the fights, so that'll break it down more. Need to do more research. I thought it'd be good to come out here, have a little chat. I could get a bit of a workout in. It's been forever. I will hit us with one final combination. Roast my ass in the comments if you want. I'm going to try and do a quick combination to end this video. Let's see what I got. They're just fun to do. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video and this little chat, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment. And as always guys, have a good one.
I'ma pull up with like 5 niggas. Give me 5 minutes, girl. I'ma be right with you. If you're vibing right.